Hello everybody and welcome back to a special edition of JCTV. That's right, a special edition. This is a Saturday video coming at you. Recently, I was going back in time playing Farming Simulator 15. You can see the differences there on the screen from the screenshots between 15 and 19. And I thought, hey, Farming Simulator 15 has Westbridge Hills. Farming Simulator 19 has Westbridge Hills. So why not do like a little split screen thing? And we'll look at the difference between 15 and 19. Here we go. We're going to do this at the same time. How about that? And then after you're done watching the video, leave a comment down below and let me know which Westbridge Hills map you actually prefer. Do you prefer the Farming Simulator 15 one or the Farming Simulator 19 one? It's a toss-up. I didn't think that I would fall back in love with the 15 version of Westbridge Hills, but to me, I don't know. It kind of looks pretty good. I wish that they would have just kept it the way it was and maybe just modernized it a little bit for 19. I like the textures of the roads. This is pretty weird. For those of you who haven't played Farming Simulator 15 before, this is the job board. Look on the left side of your screen. That's the job board. That's where you go to get your contracts. You can't just push the start button like in Farming Simulator 19. You have to find the job board. You have to go to the job board to get contracts. That's so cool. All right, let's see what else have we got here. So far, the buildings and everything pretty much look the same. Everything looks good. I really like the textures of Farming Simulator 15. I like the concrete version 2 of Farming Simulator 19, but I don't know. So there's the old tractors versus the modern tractors. So let's jump in both tractors here at the same time, and we'll take a little tour around the map. Now, this is going to be tough to do. Now, we're just so everyone knows, we're not actually playing both games at the exact same time. We filmed one and then filmed another and just tried to keep the timing. So we're going to just drive around here. And let's have a look at the map and see the subtle differences. You can see 19 is just a little bit behind there. We're just going to maybe find a way to speed up that tractor a little bit to catch up with the Farming Simulator 15 guy. There we go. So this is where the sheep pen is. There's another tractor there. Everything looks the same except for the road, and there's these little white things flying around the screen there. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's snow. Alright, let's continue on here our journey, coming to the railroad tracks with the little shed right there. 19 is still a little bit behind, but coming to the railroad tracks on the right hand side, there's that little shed again. That's good. I like this. Not bad at all. I am liking the Farming Simulator 15 version of Westbridge Hills. I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's better, but I don't know. I kind of like it. And we're going to go up this hill here. This is where the shop is, coming up to this hill. So let's see what the shop looks like in comparison to the 19 version. You can see even the heads-up display looks a little bit different. I do like the more modern heads-up display for Farming Simulator 19, I'm not going to lie. So let's just see here. I think we passed the shop on 15. And no, we're not going to pass the shop. I think I'm confused. I'm already lost. Oh well, let's just keep driving. Okay, on 15, there's a barn coming up on our left. It's a red barn, and we're just coming into town. There's the red barn on 19 right there. Perfect, just a few seconds off. It's extremely difficult to line these up. Yeah, there's that house. Now this is weird in Farming Simulator 15. Check this out. There's phone booths. You can actually go to a phone booth and call the helpline. And this is your tutorials. There's also phone booths in Farming Simulator 19, but they don't do anything. There's an icon there, like you can do something, but you really can't. There's nothing to do with the phone booth. Huh. Oh well. So in Farming Simulator 15, there are strategically placed phones where you can see the tutorials if you need help. That's handy. Although it's not as handy as the start button on your controller. So, either way, let's keep on going. Let's find out what's over here. Now, this is like the little town square with the bank. Alright, so let's go in there and we'll see. Now, this is the same in Farming Simulator 15 as it is in Farming Simulator 19. You can just jump out of your tractor, stand on the bank icon, and see your finances. But the finance screen is a little bit different than the one in Farming Simulator 19. There it is. You can see that you can still borrow money. It does look a little bit weird as it only logs 3 days worth of transactions instead of 5. But that's okay. I don't really pay attention to the bank ledger that much anyway. Only matters what's on the screen. There we go. Let's get out of here. And in Farming Simulator 15, to purchase fields, you have to go to these blue dots that are in the middles of the fields. In Farming Simulator 17, they're on the sides of the field. In 15, they're in the middle, and it gives you the field info there. You can see in 19, they're non-existent because you can just hit the start button and pull up the big map, which is a good step forward from 15 to 19 because I can't imagine just driving around looking for blue dots. But let's continue on. Blue dots are blue dots nonetheless. Alright. Let's, 19 is still a little bit further behind. Struggling to get up that hill there on 15. Okay. Hopefully we'll speed up a little bit on 19 and then we'll try and match the location of the 15 guy so that we can get back to the farm at the same time or just about the same time. You can see that the trees are different on 19 as they were in 15. A lot of these trees in Farming Simulator 19 version of Westbridge Hills are harvestable with logging equipment. You can see the trees in 15 are a different type of tree and wouldn't fit in the Scorpion King or any type of logging equipment that you see there. Alright, so let's get back to the farm. Let's test out some of the equipment on Farming Simulator 15 and 19, and we'll see the differences in the equipment. And we're already back at the farm. There's the silo grate. Let's try and get this in here. Alright, so we're going to just park this tractor here in 15. We're going to get the tipper, and we're going to go look at the crops in the silo, and we'll show you the silo menu. Again, if you haven't played Farming Simulator 15, this will be beneficial. If you have played Farming Simulator 15, this is like an open door to the past. There we go. Alright, let's head over to the silo. And we've got both trailers hooked up. We should be just about on track here. Just about. Alright, so Farming Simulator 15 is over at the silo. And it's hard to figure out the buttons. I'm going to have to bring up the start menu. No, that's the shop menu. The buttons are completely different on the Xbox console than it is in Farming Simulator 19. You know, in Farming Simulator 19, you can just push the left stick in and it shows you what is in the silo, and then you can fill. That's the fill trigger. But on Farming Simulator 15, oh, actually, it looks like it's the same button. Sorry, the shop menu is the Y button on Farming Simulator 15. And on 19, it's just the start. It's the options button. There you go. So there's our crops in the silo. And then you can see the difference there between 15 and 19. There we go. There we go. So there's where the crops are being sold. That's what your sell menu looks like in 15 as opposed to what it looks like in 19. Alright, so let's head over to the field, I think. And we'll check out the starting harvester. Maybe we'll harvest a line or two of crops. And then we'll put those crops in the trailers and then go sell those crops just to show you what it was like working in Farming Simulator 15 as opposed to the Westbridge Hills in 19 that you're probably used to. Now, the one thing I did notice when booting up Farming Simulator 15 for, I don't know, it's been years. There's no mod hub. You have to use the equipment that you're given in the game, in the base game. This is console. There's probably mods for the PC version of Farming Simulator 15, but this is on the Xbox, and there's no mods. I don't recall this particular harvester being in Farming Simulator 19 either. I kind of like the colors and the design. It looks like a pretty cool looking harvester. Not sure why they, maybe the licensing ran out. Who knows? Maybe that's why they didn't import it into 19 or 17. But there we go. Let's see what the textures looked like a few years ago as opposed to what they look like now. Well, there's the straw swath. Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble getting things going here on 19. Come on there, you can do it. It's hard to go back to regular controls after you play Farming Simulator 15 for a while. All the buttons are different. Controls are somewhat different. There's the in-cab view for Farming Simulator 15. It's very nice, very crisp and clean looking. I like it. It doesn't look... Usually when you go back in time and look at older games, they look older. But this doesn't have that old look to it at all. It looks like it could pass off as Farming Simulator 19, maybe with, you know, the odd pixelated graphic here and there, or the textures on the ground, but for the most part, this is a fantastic game. If you want to go back and play Farming Simulator 15, it is actually in the Xbox store. You can go buy it, like we did a few years ago. It is still there, I checked. There's no DLC and there's no mods or anything for the console version, but you do get the base game, and I think it's only like $29. So if you got 30 bucks, go and get Farming Simulator 15. Oh, there's a backup alarm there. And we didn't turn the swath on for Farming Simulator 19, but that's okay. You get the gist. You can see the difference in the graphics as we drive along with the harvester. Well, it looks like 15 is going to win. He's going to make his way back down to the hill first towards the trailer. There we go. So once we get to the trailer, we'll put the crops in there, and then we'll take a little trip to a sell point maybe, and we'll go sell the crops. And we'll see if the sell points are in the same place. They should be. The map maker did a pretty good job with the Farming Simulator 19 version of Westbridge Hills. It's almost spot on, except for a few minor differences. Like in the middle of our farm, there's that big tree in the 19 version, but it's not there in the 15 version. I'm not sure why he opted to place a ginormous, annoying tree in the middle of our yard, but it's there. It looks nice. It doesn't look out of place at all. So, here we go. Alright, almost to the trailer. On 15 anyway, and almost to the trailer on 19. We're just going to extend the pipe there. I like the sounds. I like that backup alarm on the harvester that you don't hear on the harvesters in Farming Simulator 19. Maybe some of them have it, maybe some of them don't. I like the grain dust coming off the wheat that's going into the trailer there. That's pretty cool looking. There we go, and that's done on 15. We're almost done on 19. He's going to be a little bit behind, and that's okay. Alright. Well, we're not going to wait for the 19 guy, obviously. We've got our trailer full of wheat, and what do we got here? Soybeans going into the trailer. Was the starting crop on the same field in 19 as it was in 15. We've also got the JCB tractor. I forget what that other tractor's called in FS15, but it's not a bad little tractor. It's got some good sound to it, got some good miles per hour. Alright, looks like we're going to the train station mill. And that is the elevated platform. So if you've never played Farming Simulator 19, the sell point and the train station mill is actually an elevated platform that can load onto trains. Although there is no working train on either version of Westbridge Hills. It's just merely for decoration, and they're the ones who buy your crops. There we go, just passing the shop on Farming Sim 15. There you go, you can still see it's all dirt roads, and when we pass the shop on FS19, you'll see that it's all concreted in. It looks very neat and tidy, like an actual shop. I don't know, I kind of like the old version of Westbridge Hills. If they could redo the 19 version to have all dirt roads and things like that, I think I would play Westbridge Hills a whole lot more. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like the old version of Westbridge or the new version of Westbridge? Here's the new shop that we're passing there on FS19. Everything's all concreted in. Parking spots painted. Alright. And here's the elevated sell point in FS15. I like that you can see the crops in the bottom of the grate. I don't know why. It's aesthetically pleasing. And the FS19 guy hasn't even got there yet, but he'll get there in a second. Just a couple of seconds behind while the FS15 guy races back to the farm. Alright, here's the elevated platform in FS19. You cannot see the crops in the bottom of the grate. Interesting. Oh, you can a little bit. There they are. I don't know. I like the new grates in 19 rather than the old grates in 15, but I do like the fact that you can very, very visibly see the crops in the bottom of the grate. To me, when I play maps, it's all about how things look and how it makes you feel when you play it. It's not necessarily the gameplay itself, or does this tree look out of place, or does this planter look out of place. It's more or less how it makes you feel. If you feel good playing the map, then it's going to be a good map. If you don't feel good playing the map, you might as well try and find one that makes you feel good. I like Westbridge Hills. This is a very well laid out map in both versions of FS15 and 19. Alright, so 15 is heading back to the farm. And the 19 guy is just passing the shop now. He's a little bit behind. Let's try and take our time and give this guy some time to catch up. So in Farming Sim 15, we're going to jump into the other tractor. And we're going to grab the plow. And we're going to plow some of that land that we harvested. And then we'll see what the ground textures look like after using some tools. So there we go. We'll get that guy going out. The 19 guy's just pulling in. This is kind of like watching Back to the Future. And Marty is just a few seconds ahead of himself in 1985. There we go. Alright, and we're back. That is the seeder. That's the plow right behind us. So we're going to grab that and we'll head out to the field. So the 15 guy is off and running, and you see that there's not really too much of a textured difference between planted fields and plowed fields. So you can see there the line that we've just plowed in 15 doesn't look all that much different than the harvested side, well, in between the straw swath anyway. And you can visibly notice the plowed texture difference in 19, which is nice. I like the updated graphics, but you can't discount Farming Simulator 15 for its limitations. It was a fantastic game at the time it was put out. It's still a fantastic game now. I still love playing 15 and 17 and 19. I'm trying to find Farm Sim 13 for console, but I can't find that anywhere. I'd like to do a side-by-side on that with Farm Sim 13 and the next Farm Sim 19 game, or Farm Sim 21, whatever it is. Who knows when that'll be out, but let's not talk about that right now. Let's continue plowing. The 19 guy is just making his way up the hill. The 15 guy is just about done. We're going to stop right there, I think, and then go grab the seeder, and then we'll see what the seeded ground looks like in Farming Simulator 15. This is like a walk in the past. I can't believe the eerie similarities from one map to another. Well, minus that big tree in the middle of our yard. Alright, the Farm Sim 15 guy is ready to grab the seeder. That is right there. Then we just have to locate the seed station, which in both versions of Westbridge Hills is in the exact same spot. You can see that that blue, I think it's fertilizer. There's two of them in the 19 version, as you'll see in a minute. Oh wait, no, that's not where the seed station is in 15 or 19. It's over by the barn. Alright, so that'll give the 19 guy time to catch up, maybe. We just have to... where's the seeder? That is the cultivator right there. So in the 19 version, we start with the seeder and seed tank that goes on the front and rear of the tractor. So we're going to have to hook those up. We just got to move this out of the way. There you go. He is full of seed on Farm Sim 15 and on his way. And we're going to... There we go. We got everything. We just need to move that. And we need to hook up to the seeder, which is right back here. No wonder this guy's so far behind. So much more to do. Alright, let's go get some seed for the Farm Sim 19 guy. There we go. And the FS15 guy is ready to replant. Let's see if there's any noticeable difference between the planting textures. There should be, but not much. There we go. So now you can see what I mean when we plant. There's not much difference between planting and plowing as opposed to texture. So in FS15 it would be kind of hard to know which fields you've plowed and which ones you haven't, which ones have been seeded. I guess you could check the field info, but that's going to the blue dot in the middle of the field. Or you have to pull up the start menu and check the map and all that other fun stuff. Alright, so there we go. The FS19 guy is now seeding. Alright, he's going a little bit faster. The FS15 guy is going 6 miles an hour, and we're seeding 9 miles an hour in FS19. So that's going to give our guy a chance to catch up a little bit. He's almost at the top of the hill in 15. And he is slowly coming up behind, trying to make up that ground in FS19. Alright. But that looks good. I like it. Not a bad little game. If you've never played Farm Sim 15 before and you'd like a nice change from Farm Sim 19, although they're the same game, they're completely different. It's going to take you a long time to get used to Farm Sim 15. It did for me. I played it for years, and I haven't picked it up in about a year and a half. I forgot where all the buttons were, and I forgot that there was no mod hub. There we go. Alright, so the FS15 guy is not a direct drill seeder. It's not a culti plow or a culti seeder. I don't know what you call it. Either way, we're done. Let's go put it back. And the FS19 guy can be done as well. Maybe we'll do another side-by-side video of FS19 and FS15. This was just like a I'm bored on a Saturday type of thing, so let's do something cool. Alright, so there's the shed in FS15. You can see that there's crops sitting on the ground with conveyor belts that go through the wall. That is not present in the FS19 version of Westbridge Hills, although it's closed off on the one side and there's a conveyor belt sticking out of the back on the other side. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. FS15, you start out with a rooster. That's all you get is a rooster. Alright, so there we go. We're at the back of the shed there now. Oh, there's those tanks I was talking about. So you can see those conveyor belts come right through to the other side, like you can load crops in one way and get them out another way. There's the chicken pen in 19 where you don't start with anything. And you can see here in FS19, we're going to go around the back, and you can see that there's this brown shed here. Has something sticking out right there, but I'm not really sure. I think it's a hayloft or something. I don't know. Anyways, I think that is just about going to wrap things up, folks. Don't forget, if you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button for me in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Drop a like on the video and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. You don't want to miss anything. You're watching a comparison between Farm Sim 15 and Farm Sim 19 here on JCTV. Bonus video Saturday. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And this is me, JCTV, saying, see you later.